Is TikTok banned in the U.S.? The U.S. House of
The bill to ban TikTok has just passed yet
It's
another
done.
crucial
The bill that will essentially
stage.
ban TikTok has just passed the United States House of Representatives.
On March 5th, 2024, a bill was introduced into the House of Representatives that was referred as the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications. The proposed legislation aims to restrict access to applications that are deemed a threat to national security, with TikTok being a primary target due to its connections to China. We hit the halls to see what students think about this dilemma and what they think should happen to TikTok and other apps just like it.
TikTok is probably not a good idea. I mean, I think it's just people have a lot of fear about what's happening to information. TikTok is not something that I use. I use it for about a month, and I get sucked into that little black hole of time with those reels and stuff. I loved it. It was great, but I had to stop doing it because I knew it was a waste of my time. I do know that people are really afraid of what the Chinese are doing with that data, and certainly they are collecting a lot of data, but fear is a very powerful thing, and right now it seems like this issue of TikTok is just a political tool. You know, it's campaign season. There are a lot of difficult issues, and certainly this is something that politicians and states and the federal government have to navigate. But how? You know, it's a private business, right? And they are doing the same thing that other businesses are doing, like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and WhatsApp and all of these other apps. So why ban just TikTok? I mean, it's a difficult issue, I think.
The average age for members in the U.S. House of Representatives and other legislative branches is 57 years old to 26-year-old, and the oldest being 83. But before we even consider protecting Americans from apps like TikTok, are lawmakers even technologically literate to decide these laws for us?
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi.
Tell me right now, can you say with 100% certainty that TikTok does not use the phone's camera to determine whether the content that elicits a pupil dilation should be amplified by the algorithm?
The only face data that you'll get, that we collect, is when you use the filters to have, say, sunglasses on your face. We need to know where your eyes are.
You need to know what the eyes are if you're not seeing if they're dilated.
And that data is stored on your local device and deleted after use if you use it for facial.
Mr. Chu, if my phone falls into water, can TikTok have the ability to swim in it, please?
TikTok will be forced to cut ties with ByteDance within 180 days to actually avoid ban. But finding an appropriate new company owner and contracts could very well take longer than 100 days allowed.